guys, we're about to go ahead and speak for Brady's team. Pretty much just give them some sales tips since I do run a kind of team that's doing 100K a month right now for their sales process. So I'm going to go ahead and give them some sauce and really just answer any sort of questions since I have been in the game for a little bit. I'm really excited. It's my first time kind of ever doing this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get it done.
You want to talk a little bit about what we kind of talked about earlier in terms of like the 27-day your sales team. So you guys know this is Jaden. He does more like virtual sales, like sales info products and stuff like that. But he's going to talk a little about how like he trains his sales team. He has a team, a pretty big team.
Snack this.
And he's going to talk about how it's a lot like me. Like me and Jaden bond like this. It's a lot like me because like we have very similar teams and we train everyone like pretty much the same way in terms of like how many people he's dialing a day is so similar to like how many doors we're knocking a day, which is what I was talking about while I was asking about 200 doors a day, because that's what we should be aiming for. So yeah, I'm gonna let Jake take the stage real quick and just talk a little bit about what he has to say.
Yeah, so first and foremost, nice to meet you, you guys.
Yeah.
Brady said, I run an info product team. We're doing around 100K a month, and similar to you guys, your guys is like knockers or my dialers. So we're doing like around 200 dials a day for each one of my setters. So essentially how I kind of like to position my setters for very first starting inside of the game is that for the very first 7 days, like you guys should not be worried about commissions at all. Yes, obviously I know you guys want to get paid, but it's more about just like the reps. The reps are the biggest thing that's going to allow you guys to actually make the money that you guys want to make. Because for the very first day, if you guys think about it, how many more doors can I knock? Like you guys should be aiming for the most amount of doors knocked possible. And I guarantee you by that like 8th, 9th, 10th day, you're going to start seeing those 1, 2, 3K days because you put in the reps for the very first 7 days. So I have like a 21-day ramp up period. So for the very first 7 days, I don't care how much my team makes. I just want you to have as much experience, as much reps as humanly possible, because that's what's going to allow you for that 7 to 14-day period to be the best, or start hitting those KPI numbers. That's when you should really start focusing. I would say like 60 to 40%, like 60% focusing on how many doors you knock, 40% to like, okay, am I on track to actually making the commission that I want to make? So from there, you guys should start hitting, or wanting to start hitting those KPI numbers. And then that 14 to 21 day period is when you guys should actually have that set standard goal. Okay, I want to make $1,000 a day. How many doors do I need to knock? How long do I have to be out there, and what average price do I have to sell those for? You guys should know your guys' numbers to a T, so that way you should kind of track how much commission you guys should be making. From there, that 14 to 21 day period, if you guys are not making the commission that you guys want to make, simply from there, there's something wrong in your process. You're the sales manager, correct? Talk to the sales manager, talk to Grady, and find out what is happening in your guys' sales process that's not allowing you to hit the commission that you guys want. Because that's what's going to allow you guys to be like the best sales rep. I'm sure a lot of you guys want to make 10, 15K a month. And I promise you guys, sticking to like that first 7 days, fuck the commission, just think, okay, how many doors can I actually fucking knock? If I can knock the most amount of doors that's humanly possible, I know I'm going to get 1% better. As long as you guys do that every single day for the very first 7 days, I promise you guys, I've seen it happen time and time again. You guys are going to make the money that you guys are going to want to make. From that, it'll be a world of difference, because I promise you, day 8, 9, 10, you're going to start popping 500, 1K, 2K days just like that.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how for example, like he has people, so he has people that are calling 200 people a day, and talk about how no one closes a fucking deal out of those 200 dials.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's literally just a part of the process at the end of the day. It's literally reps, and like he said, fuck the commission. Even me and Ben, and John, we're used to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's a little bit different, it's more humid. It's a little bit different market. We're just adapting to this, and like this is literally the first week, and we're just launching, and we're figuring out all this stuff out. And like he said, it's going into like the launch period. But yeah, he get 200 calls a day.
Yeah, so just talk about like, a lot of sales reps think like their very first day, you guys are going to start ripping 500, 1K days. When the reality of it, like you guys are in sales. Like if you guys want a consistent paycheck, like let's get the fuck out of sales. Honestly, that's just not the way it is. You guys are in sales because some days you guys are gonna have these $0 days, then other days you guys are gonna have 1, 2, 3K days. But that's what makes sales worth it. And honestly, at the very first start, like I said, it's just about like the reps is the only thing that honestly matters. Like, how many more reps can you guys put in than the next guy? Like, if you guys can put in the most amount of reps, it's gonna translate because your work ethic is your skill set. Your skill set directly correlates to how much money you guys are gonna be making. And the more reps that you guys put in, it's gonna improve your skill set. And then 2, 3 weeks later, it's all of a sudden you're making 4 or 5K a week. You know, but yeah.
Talk a little bit about how like you're talking about the breakthrough success period a little bit.
In terms
of like how you're in that phase right now.
Okay.
And like, bro, I'll be so honest with you guys. Like, I'm human, and like, I'll just be so honest with you guys. If you guys know I did business in Pennsylvania in March, legit the hardest time of my life. Like, I was going through it with hiring employees and stuff like that. Like, it was, and even in the winter, bro, I was out there knocking doors in 5-degree weather every single day. And like, in March, I took the whole winter to kind of prepare. In March, I started hiring my first employees and going through that process. Bro, this close to quitting some days, like literally on jobs. I literally posted pictures on my Instagram of people just telling me like, yeah, I hate this job, I'm leaving. After I trained that employee for like a week, I spent a week of time on that person. And literally after that breakthrough period, it was the best time of my life and I made the most amount of money ever, bro. Like, I'm so glad I never quit that. Like, so glad. It was the hardest time of my life, and like, I never quit that. Like, that's when my business really went from like 3 to like 10. Was when I started hiring employees. It was the hardest fucking thing I've ever done. But in reality, the reason that my business was so successful then was because, and I got more successful from 3 to 10 was because when I was at 3, I was still cleaning all the jobs myself. When I went to 10, I outsourced the work, hiring employees, and I was knocking on the doors, which resulted in me in like March, April to sell like $60,000, $70,000 because I was spending 12 hours a day, literally 9 days a week, like literally so much time on the doors. All I was doing, all I was thinking about was knocking, and that's what took me to that. And I'm telling you, I was this close to quitting. Like, I've told everyone here, and like even Van and Jade, like I was this close to just quitting and going to normal route in my life, bro. And I'm so glad I did it, bro. And I just kept pushing. And like, the employees was the hardest time of my life. I'm so glad I kept pushing. And this is just kind of reminding me of that. And like, hard time, like there's no light without dark, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like you just have to think about it. If you guys all of you guys got into sales and then immediately started ripping like $500, $200, like 500, 1K, 2K sales, you guys are always going to experience this high, and it's never going to be like good because essentially you guys need these lows to understand what the highs actually feel like. Like for me currently right now, I'm going through the breakthrough period where like I know like the next couple of weeks I'm going to probably make the most amount of money that I ever have, but during this part it's just extremely fucking stressful. But it's good for me to be stressed out because I know that if I put my head down, put through the work, it's gonna pay out. Like the only reason why I actually got into sales, why I got into business, is because I knew that it's gonna come with stress, but it's also gonna come with a fuck ton of money. Like that's realistically the only reason why I wanted to get into online business.
I was so stressed in that period. Like literally, my heart, even like now, and like back then, like this just reminded me, like I love the hard times, I can't lie, but like back then my heart was racing every second of the day. I was just like, holy shit, there's no way like this is actually my life. And then like the next day, cool, we're good, making money. Cool, I made a couple grand today, like life is good. And that's literally just life, bro. That's literally just life. And like at the end of the day, if like you're not able to pursue that, then you're not built for it. I know all you guys, I know every single person in this room is built for it, bro. No.
I mean, kind of the next part I wanted to talk about a little bit, I don't know how much deep you did go through it, is like conviction.
Yeah.
Conviction is like the very biggest part of the sell, like I believe, because if you're talking to a prospect, talking to a customer, you guys honestly believe that what you're selling is the best in Arizona, the prospect is gonna feel that, and it's gonna come throughout the whole entire sale. Because you guys walk out like nervous, thinking, okay, the technician's just gonna do a shit job,
yeah.
like, I'm not sure if this person's gonna actually perform. That's gonna, like, the process is gonna be able to feel that. If you guys come through confident, actually believing, okay, I give Kevin, whoever the other technician is, a job, he's gonna fulfill it to the very absolute best, and I wanna make sure that the customer feels like we are gonna take care of them to the absolute max. And if they can feel that, like just having a conversation, the sale is gonna go way more smoother, and then the more conviction that you guys have, the easier the sale is gonna be throughout the whole entire process. I can promise you, the prospect will feel it from the very first moment when you knock on the door to the end of the house when you guys are walking around and closing out the deal. The whole entire process. You guys have that confidence, have that conviction. Your guys' sales will be easier and you guys will start making a lot more money.
And all that energy, like that goes into like what we're talking, me and Carter talking about, like, bro, when me and Carter and Andrew, like me, Carter, and Andrew, we went to Blitz in Florida, okay, right? That market down there is so similar to here. Like, it's hot, the houses are very similar. It's a little bit different because here there's a lot of houses. Not in Florida, it's pretty much in Southwest Florida, there's only a couple houses. And literally Austin, the biggest thing that he told us was like the energy. Like I told you guys time over. The energy, if you guys just have such high energy and such high like hopes and the conviction that we can actually provide the best service, it's going to translate to more sales. Like word for word, that's what he said. And we were down there, like I said, in a tough market. Like there was people that were doing like, you know, some days even maybe you or me went out there and we didn't sell too much, remember? Like we had bad days, bro. But like the next day we sold like 50 grand for 10 people. And it's like, it's just life, bro. We were getting kicked out of neighborhoods, trespassed, having to Uber everywhere, like doing all this bullshit. And like, it's literally just life. Like, yeah.
Like what questions do you guys have?
Can I like add something on this?
Yeah.
Another like simple thing I don't think enough people talk about is like people buy from people they like.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like
it's a people's game. Sales is literally people to people. Like if I open the door and I honestly do not like the fucking person, I'm just gonna close the door.
Facts.
Like and
really likable.
exactly. Like relatable, likable. Like you guys have to understand if a random person's on your doorstep, what are you guys gonna do to them? And are they even gonna come off as a good person or a bad person? And how would you guys react? You guys have to think about it from the actual prospect's head. So once you guys start thinking about it like this, like okay, if a random person walked up to me trying to sell me on something, what is my reaction going to be and how would I like to be treated throughout that whole entire process? Once you guys start treating it like that, instead of, okay, getting the commission rep is like the worst thing for a beginner sales rep because they just want, okay, how much can I make? How much can I make? How much can I make? Like, how can I actually help this person? Make sure that at the end of the day, they actually like me and I can connect to them. Like, you know, they might invite me to dinner tonight, something like that. To make sure that at the end of the day, you guys know it's a people's game. And once you guys start thinking about it like that, your guys' commission will skyrocket as well.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
And like that's one of the reasons that I hate pest control so much is like, bro, someone knocked on your door wearing a Moxie hat, like a Moxie shirt, like that's one of the biggest pest control companies, and like an iPad walking up to you like this, like, bro, are you laughing at that person? Like no. Like no. Like so many, a couple of the people that work for me in Pennsylvania actually worked for like Eco Shields, big pest control companies, and like they literally went out there and in a month they sold nothing, like not a single job. Like Cyrus, he did pest control and he went out to come out and he's like, bro, like this is so trash, and he came out to me and like he has a lot of door experience, so he's crushing it. Yeah. Do you have anything else to add there?
No, I just think, yeah, keeping our energy really high today, I think it's like really great. I mean, we've got all the bad people out of here. The group's a little bit smaller. There's no negativity holding us down. And I think we're honestly really going to crush it. I mean, we're learning new things. We're kind of figuring out what's not working, what is, and now we just got to be the proof of the product. And I think we have a really great team around us too. I think everyone here really wants this and is going to figure it out.
Bro, everyone here really wants this. Like, first of all, I should say RJ. Natural born salesman right there. Like you, dude, I can tell you know how to sell. Like just from like, you didn't even have that many reps when you knocked together, and you were still like talking very smoothly, not slurring, anything like that. Like I can tell you're a natural salesman. And everyone's doing a really good job. Movies are doing a good job. Drake's doing a good job. Cardi doing a good job. Everyone's doing a super good job. And I really think we have a good group of people here. So like I was talking about earlier, we have 11 people here. Everyone's going to be out there 2 to 8. We do $8,500 and we'll do dinner on me. I'll find a really nice spot for us. We'll do dinner. We'll go out dinner together. We'll just shop them. Does that sound like a plan to you guys?
Let's do it.
So $8,500, I promise you. Dinner on me. We'll grab dinner and 10 people. Have a good night. Drop it off, talk about business, stuff like that. Targeting Santan Valley. I think that's $8,500 including my sales, just so you guys know. So I'll be out there. Everyone will be out there. Santan Valley, Queen Creek. Do you guys have neighborhoods or not? Do you? No? Okay. Let's find those real quick. Let's make sure, when you guys find a neighborhood, or if you got a neighborhood, show it to me right now. Let's make sure it's a good neighborhood. Don't be wasting time. Another thing I want to strategy you guys saw real quick. It's just good job on tracking the doors because we're not hitting the same doors over and over. So keep tracking your doors. And then also one more thing real quick before I go. Yo, just one more thing real quick, guys. I want you guys to just go into home base real quick. So we're signing to home base. All right, everyone get into home base. Okay, like I was talking about earlier, towards your doors. Okay, everyone home base. More KPI tracker. Let's add this. Let's say doors knocked. Just click add. Okay, whenever you guys knock a door, let's track that. Quotes. And then let's add one saying like quotes. So walk around. And let's add one saying sales. Okay. We're gonna track everything.
So we just got finished up with the meeting. Went pretty well for my very first time. Honestly, I actually enjoy those doing like a lot, just giving game, giving sauce. Cause I remember like when I was in the game, like very first time, like I would have done absolutely everything to be like the #1 best person. Like no matter what, I would have asked any questions. I would have asked. I would have done like when I very first started. For my very first sales manager, I would literally drive to bro's house like every day to learn from him, just to be in the environment. Cause like that was my first time in online business, online sales. I'll drive every day for 2 hours straight. There, 2 hours, back 2 hours to my house just to do appointments. And like, who the fuck is doing that? Nobody. And that's why I'm here now in such a short amount of time. Cause I was doing shit that nobody else would do. Simply because I wanted to be the best in the fucking game, and I'm still gonna continue to crush it, still continue to do so many more things. That I'm just excited for like what this year has, and like the people that I'm around, Harley, Edmund, Hogan, even Grady. Like I learned so much shit from all of them. I'm just extremely blessed to be in this scenario. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. It's probably gonna be like I don't know, some penthouse stuff or something like that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.